Hello everyone, this is Mike James with the Change Goods brand, and I'm back with yet another episode with an intro to the reformer. Today's exercise set that we're going to be doing is leg circles and frogs, which is the first exercise that teaches you how to initiate movement from the powerhouse. So, with no further ado, let's get into the exercise. So, the foot bar is going to be down on the reformer when you perform leg circles and frogs. And you do it with 2 springs, preferably you like to have 2 outside springs. The headrest can be either up or down. If you have neck injuries, it should be down. However, I do not, so I'm going to keep the headrest up. So we begin by sitting on the edge of the box. Also, before I get ahead of myself, you want to be sure that you add the leg straps on to replace the handles with the leg straps. So, with no further ado, that's very important when you do leg circles and frogs. We're going to sit down on the reformer, lying flat on our back with our knees into our chest. Center yourself onto the reformer. You grab the leg straps, and you want to hold directly in the center, almost like you're making bunny ears with it. Relax the arms. Lift the tailbone up. And you want the strap just above the heel here. Alright? So now, first things first, when you straighten the legs for leg circles, you want to make sure that the heels are just in front of the tailbone, right in front of the sacrum. You want to be sure that your back is flat onto the carriage. You don't want your legs to be at 90 and curl your tailbone and your sacrum up into the air. The idea is to have the heels in front of your sit bone to support the natural alignment of your back. So, first is the technique. You're going to draw a square on the ceiling. The legs are no wider than your shoulders. You lengthen the legs away, engaging the powerhouse. You only take the legs as low as you possibly can without the pelvis arching your back. So you want to go only up to here so your back stays flat. You want to support natural alignment in this exercise. So you press down, bring the legs together, and you resist the carriage as you come up. So just above the sit bones, not all the way up to 90, just until the tailbone's down. As wide as your shoulders, press away, lift the abs, together and up. Good. Drawing circles, lengthening the legs away, keep the core engaged. You want to control the pelvis here. It's up and in. This is a great massage for your lower back when performed correctly. And then in. Next is the frogs. From this position, still keeping the legs on that 45-degree angle, the heels just in front of the sit bones. You want to bend the knees in with the heels still together, knees no wider than your shoulders. You lengthen the neck, engage the abs, reach the legs long, lift the powerhouse, resist the carriage coming in. You don't want it to pull you in and just press the legs out. It defeats the purpose of the exercise. You're trying to build a connection with the powerhouse. You bring the knees in, no wider than the shoulders. Stay inside your box, actually. Lengthen the legs away. Zip up the abs. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs. Great for stretching the back and keeping the powerhouse engaged the entire time. It's almost like you're mimicking a squat, but it's called the frogs, ideally because it's the same anatomy of how a frog jumps. And you never flow the frogs. It's nearly impossible to have flow and the connection with the powerhouse in this exercise. It's nice and slow and control, lengthen in, then out. You only want to do 5 repetitions of each exercise. Once you finish, you bring the knees into your chest, bring your arm between your legs, reach the straps off your head, ride the carriage all the way in, and come up to the seated position. Those were leg circles and frogs. One of the first exercises to initiate the movement of the powerhouse. So, that's all I have for today. Stay tuned for the next episode of Intro to Pilates.